Gaffer, before we look ahead to the football, obviously we spoke on Saturday and you said Kane was in a bad way. It turns out he's going to be out for the rest of the season with quite some nasty injuries. Have you had a chance to speak to him and see how he's doing?
No, not spoken to him. We've just been texting, and he's been in a bad way. You know, he's struggled to talk, to be honest. The extent of the injury to his face, cheekbone, jaw, and nose were broken, and completely puffed up as well. Could hardly see out of both eyes. It was the extent of the swelling. So. In a really bad way, but he knows, with Rachel, Dave supporting him on Saturday, a relative coming over, and as in communication via text and Rachel ringing him that we're behind him. You know, he's had a delay in the dates for the operation to correct his jaw. That's been put back another week because of the swelling.
Yeah, and as a big blow for us, given how well the defensive unit performed together on Saturday, but I mean, there's a chance maybe for somebody else to come in and state their claim for a place.
Well, of course, yeah. You know, it'll be a miss because he's played fantastically well for the football club and he's come on a treat. But whenever someone misses out, however unfortunate that is, it's an opportunity for one of the other lads, and you know, we've got good padding in that area in the team, you know, and in the squad to be able to for someone else to step into the breach.
And going into the Stockport match, I get another team who are battling at the top end of the table, but with the victory, the manner of the victory against Carlisle and the defensive solidity that came for that, you must notice a lift in training with the dressing room and the atmosphere with the lads.
Of course, yeah, the sun's been shining 3 days on the bounce in training, so it's probably because of the 3 points, but yeah, we know all about Stockport, you know, and the journey they've been on with Dave Chandler and the players who've brought them up to this level, and also their new signings. You know, they've strengthened well, and you know, with their support behind them, you know, they'll come in numbers, and it will make for an exciting atmosphere, which is what we all want.
And since we last played Stockport, they really have climbed the table. How does that alter the challenge we'll face compared to the one we faced at the beginning of the season?
Well, I think both teams were searching for it on that day, and you could feel it was quite an apprehensive performance and spectacle on the day. Probably not a good spectacle, to be honest, but both came out with a point. We feel that obviously the tonic from last week should spur us on even more. I think out of possession we're fantastic, and I think there's a lot more to come with us on the ball, and we've seen that in training, and we've got to put it out there on the pitch, but we know that we've got a lot of talent on the pitch and they're all capable. I think it'll be a much better game for a neutral and for both sets of supporters at the weekend.
And of course, after a victory, I mean, there'll be a lot of confidence in the squad, but have you noticed a sort of desire within the dressing room to try and build a run together after that, because all the characteristics were there for a successful team in this division, but it needs to be shown beyond just one game? Is that something you've noticed?
That's right, yeah. It's the consistency factor is key for all teams in this league. I think we've proven it before that when we can get 3 wins on the bounce, you know, we get better and better with the performance level, and it's just confidence. But it's no switch off moments, no giving goals away, gift wrapping goals, which we've been guilty of this season. We've conceded 2 from the last 3 games, and that gives us a platform there where you don't have to be perfect in all aspects to get points at this level, but we know there's more to come, and there's certainly a determination from everybody in the building to put a run together, because the longer a run goes on and the more points are accumulated as quickly as possible, then less pressure is on all our shoulders.
And with the matches coming thick and fast, obviously a lot of the rescheduled games are happening in the next month, so to get into that in the back, 2 wins and hopefully 2 good performances, that's really, you couldn't ask for much better preparation for that.
No, I mean, it's good that the games are coming thick and fast. You know, despite Kane's injury, we've got a stronger squad to choose from, a lot stronger now than what we had just a few weeks ago. So, you know, with people coming and getting games now, minutes under the belts, and hopefully some points under the belts as well, then you know, we should be in a better place if we can just keep up the intensity and know what it takes to win games at this level, which is first and foremost, you know, stay in games, you know, be gritty, and then take opportunities to get hold of the ball and play.
Finally, how's the squad looking injury-wise? I mean, you know, Stephen Dooley and Kel Ferguson, they've been long-term, but a couple of lads missed out with niggles. You know, Miller's come off on Saturday, but are we getting closer to that full fitness, do you think?
Yeah, we're ebbing away at it and working hard at it, the physios. So Will has been training full on this week, so absolutely fine so far with that. Kyle has been out on the pitch. He's got a smile on his face because he's actually on the training pitch itself now, but looking really agile and fit and strong. And Stephen Dooley is the unfortunate one that can't get him out there yet, but we'll find a way sooner rather than later, you know, and he's just trying a couple of different things in order to get back to pain-free.
And Will Smithy's been out for a while. He's a player that's been a big part of this club for a long time, so you know firsthand what he's been through. It must be pleasing to see him out there and doing what he does best, back playing and training on the edge, basically.
Yeah, he's a player still with a lot of potential, young centre half, so best years are ahead of him, and this setback through his long-term injury has only made him, you know, evidently stronger and even more determined. So it's great to see him out there.